Hi guys, it's Chris with City Girl Homestead. So we're going to do another one pot meal today, and I've got some prep to do. Jack will be here in just a few minutes. He had to change Missy, but I'm going to start the prep before he gets here. So I have chopped up 3 sweet potatoes and got them into small pieces. Now we have this big pork loin that Jack was given from the food bank. So we're going to actually chop this up today. We're not going to use it all, but what we're going to do is get it chopped up into pieces. I'm going to put that over there. And get this all cut up into pork chops. We could probably do a little bit thicker than that. And whatever we don't use today, I looked it up online and we can refreeze it. So we'll refreeze it and use it for something else. I tell you what, that fat is hard to get through. Alright, so I'm going to get all this chopped up and then I'll be back. By the way, just telling you, if you flip it up this way so the fat's not on the top, it does cut a lot easier. Just a piece of information. Okay, so what I'm doing today is a recipe kinda, but not, because I'm adding a bunch of different stuff of my own. So it calls for 6 pork chops, so we'll see. But I'm not going to do full pork chops. I'm actually going to cut mine in chunks. So I went through and I took off the bulk of the fat off of the pork chops. So we're not going to have a whole bunch of fatty, ucky pork chops. Looks a lot cleaner now. Thanks, Jack. So I'm going to cut enough of these diced up for both me and Jack, so maybe we will use the whole thing. I don't know. If not, that's fine. If we do, that's fine too. Well, hi, Jack.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm alright.
Jack's like, as long as I'm not doing that prep, we're doing good. I thought I'd get it started earlier, but I was on the phone with Rhoda, and, well, what you think might be a quick phone call always ends up being a couple-hour phone call. Her and I talk quite a bit when we talk. If you haven't been to her channel, it's Peace Be Still. She's a beautiful, beautiful person. I'm going to tell you. Jack's met her, haven't you, Jack?
Yeah.
She's a beautiful person, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
And I don't mean just on the outside, which she is a very beautiful woman, too, but she's a good person. All right. So I'm going to keep chopping this. I'm sure you guys don't want to watch me demolish meat. And then I'll be back. Alright, so now the pork chops are cut up into squares, chunks, whatever you want to call it. We've got 3 tablespoons of butter in there. And then we're going to add a couple tablespoons of olive oil. And salt and pepper. Now the recipe that I post will not have the next step I'm doing in here, because we're going to do something for ourselves. Because you know, I just got to be different. Alright, now, if you remember right, I diced up all those sweet potatoes. We're going to put half in mine and half in Jack's. And we're going to start getting that stirred up. Letting the butter melt, all that good stuff, and start getting it cooked up together. I know that our meals are not going to be 100% healthy, but I am trying to do a little bit healthier. I know one person came on and said, do better, blah, 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 whatever. I am trying to do a little better. Now, Does our budget let us eat completely healthy? No, it doesn't. So I'm not going to use that. But we're doing better, and that's all that counts. You can basically eat anything you want within moderation, even with diabetes, everything else. And some things that people think are really bad for diabetes, they really aren't. They're not the best, but they're not the worst either. So I'm going to I'm going to chop these apples up into just slices. And I'm not going to add them right away because I don't want my apples to be all soggy. But I thought, you know what? Let's add some fruit and vegetables in there. And then it's kind of an all-over meal. Plus, we're going to do a small side salad to go with our stuff, too. I think anything that we do in moderation, I can't even say it, moderate, never mind. But as long as we don't go hog wild over every single thing that we eat. Because, you know, even the healthy foods now, like you can wash these apples and wash them, and they're still going to have that on there that causes damage too. So even the healthiest of foods aren't always the healthiest. So we're trying to do what's good. And when we asked about the one-pot meals, someone said just to make sure that we use different kinds of meats. So that's what we're doing this week. We're going to use different kinds of meats. Not just hamburger, not just pork chops or chicken, whatever. We're going to try to use chicken, pork chops, pork, and hamburger. And then we used the sausage yesterday. So we're going to try to change it up a little bit and do a little bit of everything. So, alrighty. We're going to let this cook down a little bit. I don't think you need to watch it cook, and I can show you what it looks like right now, though. I like my food to have color. I don't know if it's really weird, but I like my food to have color. I think it's nice. So, we're going to get this cooking down just a little bit. I'm going to put a lid on it and let it steam a little bit, and then we'll be right back. Alright. So, we're going to take the lid off. We're going to use half a cup of chicken broth. And there's your half cup, Jack. We're going to use 3/4 of a cup of maple syrup. Good thing I found one the other day up in the cupboard.
They go smell so good. It's good.
I know. I didn't used to like maple syrup. But actually I'm starting to, so. Alrighty. We're going to pour that on there too. Now, it says for diced apples, but I chose to leave them in slices because they wanted to have full pork chops and I wanted to do chunks. So, I'm going to put half the apples that I sliced up. There we go, Jack. And we're going to get all of that stirred up together too. And then we did make a side salad with lettuce and tomatoes and all that good stuff too. Now I don't want my apples to get ucky. So what I'm going to do is just put that on low. And I'm going to cover it up. Let me show you what it looks like first. Isn't that beautiful? And I'm going to put it on low and just let it kind of steam so that the apples finish that way. So I think it's going to be good. The recipe that I found was pork chops and apples, but I'm like, you want a little bit more sustenance than that. So that's why I wanted to add the sweet potatoes. And sweet potatoes are a lot healthier for you than regular potatoes. Oh, you know what we forgot? 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar. Oops. I knew I forgot something. So we need 2 teaspoons of that. 1, 2.
That ain't gonna work.
That's alright. You're not going to have it on there very long. I knew I forgot something. I know I can't even find out what time Tom's going to be home. They went downstairs yesterday to take inventory, and his phone died, and he has not been able to get it to power back up. So I don't know. Did you just hurt yourself, Jack? You don't want to do that.
No. If I hurt myself, I might help you out if you need it.
So I guess we're going to have to take his phone in tomorrow and find out what's going on. So hopefully he'll be around sometime. Alright, so we're going to let this just kind of just cook very, very slowly. And then we'll be back. Alright, dinner is ready. Isn't that beautiful? So I got a fork full that's got the potatoes and the apples and the pork. What do you think? And you have all your teeth.
Except for 2 over here.
What do you think?
It's good.
I think it's delicious. So we'll let Tom try it, and he's on his way home. My daughter-in-law called me. She got his phone to power up. It's at 0%, but let's cross our fingers that it works. So I really don't want to wait around for T-Mobile. So Tom will be home in a few minutes. He'll try dinner, and in the meantime,
bye.
We'll see you guys in a little bit. Tom's been sampling, you guys. There's his dinner. That looks really good, don't it?
Piece of chicken?
No, it's pork chops.
Oh, pork chop.
You got
See,
sweet.
I hadn't sampled that yet, so I didn't know what it was.
Tomorrow they won't get to see it because you'll be at the eye doctor. The apple. What about the sweet potato? Go for more apple. It's really tasty, isn't it?
Oh, didn't get it. I got a little everything.
Until it all fell off.
Until the apple fell off. No, it's still there. I got sweet potato, and I got pork chop, and I got apple.
It's really tasty, huh?
And the apple was really good.
Yeah. I found a recipe, but then I wanted to use sweet potatoes, so I added sweet potatoes to it. So what do you think about our one-pot meals so far this week?
It was really good.
Alrighty. Wait till you see tomorrow's. Alright, guys. You guys have a blessed night. Be a blessing, and goodbye, Tom. Goodbye,
Bye,
Tom. You guys have a blessed night. Bye.